Sam Roberts at Gorrington Road on a Thursday evening, ahead of the first of the Championship playoff games against Rotherham away. I've managed to catch up with Mike Raya. Mike, before we get into the game, just an update, please, if you will, as to regards two players who came off last weekend, Sasha Harding and Brendan Burke. Where are they, and what's happened to them?
Sasha had an operation to repair a break in his arm, which involved taking out an old plate and putting a new one in. So he's going to be 6 to 8 weeks. If he heals like a good one, then maybe a bit sooner. But that's the early prognosis from the consultant. And Brendan, we're still waiting to find out. We've had a scan on him. We're just waiting the results. So that they're imminent. But I'm guessing he's going to be 2 to 3 minimum, probably 3 to 4. But again, until the scan is looked at, we don't know really the extent of that.
It's something in rugby you can do nothing about, and it's certainly, I'm sure, something you wouldn't want to change anyway, the way players play or anything like that. You've just got to go out and see what happens, really. No,
I mean, it's a fact of life, doesn't it? It's a contact sport, and people do pick up injuries. But that's what you got a squad for now. It's a chance for your Chris Goodmans, your Ben Lewitts, your Ian Vasses, who didn't play last week. Duncan Taylor's fit, so it's a chance for them guys now to step up and fill the boots.
Looking towards the weekend, Saturday away against Rotherham. They've got a pretty good home record. They've had scalps against Cornish Pirates, London Welsh, ourselves. They're a pretty good side, aren't they?
Certainly are on a home patch, and their record speaks for itself. So, yeah, we got a big task ahead of ourselves. Look, we know what to expect in many ways. Tough environment, tough crowd on top of you. Quite an intimidating place to go, so we've got to overcome all that factors and a good side to boot. So, yeah, we prepared well. We've won 5 in a bounce. There's a quiet confidence amongst the group. But at the end of the day, it'll come down to 3 o'clock on Saturday, and who performs best on the day. I think we're looking forward to it. We're excited by the challenge. There's nothing to fear. It's not like they're going to come out with axes and knives. We got to go and. We've got to go and play a game of rugby against a tough side, and as I say, whoever adapts well on the day will no doubt be victorious.
At this stage of the season, how much of your sort of job is about sort of talking to the boys and motivating the boys, or is it a team and a group of players that don't need much talking? They realise and understand what's going on, and you let them go, as it were.
Well, I think everybody's mind is focused. Come playoff times, that certainly was the case last year, and I think it's been the case this week. Our job as coaches really is to keep analysing the opposition, maybe come up with 1 or 2 different things, but by and large keep promoting that we do the basics well, and do the other things we've been executing well, like defence, like our patterns, our stock patterns. We execute them well, and look, we got a hard core of senior players, and they're driving this ship at the moment. Sometimes we have to take a back seat, or very often we take a back seat and leave the guys organise themselves. That was certainly the case going into Leinster, and I was really impressed with the way the guys went about their business. We had little to do with the coaches last week. It was really driven by the players, and that's the way it should be. Once they cross the whitewash, it's down to them, and all we can do is try and prepare them the best we can, and trust they do the job. And they have done, across the season. I can't fault what they've done so far. I know everyone speaks about still a long way to go. The season starts again, etc. But to date, that's all you can ask them to do is what they've done, and to finish second is a brilliant achievement. Now we would like to kick on, and after last week's performance, who's to say we're not really gearing up in the right direction?
Is there any way that you look at these group of games as a group of games? I mean, to a certain extent, this first game is very important. A lot of people sort of suggesting that, potentially out of all the playoff games, this could be the one. I mean, is there any way that you look at it like that, or is it just about the game that you're next going to play?
It's always about the next game, without question. But that's not to say, we're lying if we didn't look at the whole group and the next 6 games as a whole in terms of planning. We have to do that, and we have to send that out to the guys. But ultimately, it comes down to getting off to a bloody good start on Saturday, and that's what we're about. I mean, we gained a lot of momentum with a lucky win down in Plymouth last year, but that set us up well. So, the way the fixtures have panned out, if we get off to a good start on the weekend, coupled with the 3 points we're carrying through, we could be in a good position moving into the Pirates game. But I have to reinforce really that if we don't particularly do well on Saturday, it's not the end of the world. But our points, the 3 points carried through, gets wiped out straight away. So we can't be complacent about that. That probably the 3 points is neither here nor there, because if Rotherham get off to a good start, they're on a roll, and who knows where they could go. And I'm sure that's the way they're thinking, and I no doubt Doncaster will be thinking that way. They're under the radar, if you like, and the pressure's on us, us and Cornish Pirates, and it's about delivering this time of year.
You talked about a difficult place to go. It will be nice to have as many people on coaches, as many people in cars getting out to Rotherham. How much of a part will Blues fans play on Saturday afternoon?
Well, they always do. It's always great to hear support when you're away from home, and they'll be there. We can rely on that. That's a given. I mean, they're crazy people, but they're great for the lads. And I'm sure there'll be 100 odd plus travelling support, maybe up to 200. Who knows? But they're always very vocal. But at the end of the day, it's down to us to give them something to cheer about, and that's what we got to go up there. As I said before, the Rotherham crowd are important to their team, and they really get behind their side at home, and when they get on a roll with a bit of momentum with a crowd behind them, they're a tough side to play.
Well, good luck and enjoy it.
Thank you, Sam.